Hey everyone, welcome to today's class, which is going to be a midline melody. So we'll be focusing all around our midline and our upper body. You may be needing a couple of blocks for today's class, so just grabbing hold of them. And when you're ready, we'll get started in child's pose. So making your way to your child's pose on your mat when you're ready. Hips going heavy back to the heels, forehead coming down to the mat. Just taking a moment to soften through the shoulders, the upper arm, the lower arm. And taking a couple of nice full breaths here. On your next inhale, you're going to lift your head up, bring yourself up to all fours. Just dropping the hips forward slightly. And then as you exhale, we're going to send it back to child's pose. And again, inhale, lifting up all fours, just shifting the weight forwards a little. Dropping the hips, then sending the hips back to child's pose. Once more, coming up all fours, shifting the weight forwards. And then back to child's pose. Good, this time you're going to lift your head up, come to all fours, shift the weight all the way forwards and lower down to your mat. Inhale, coming to a cobra, so just lifting the chest slightly, hugging the elbows in, squeezing those inner thighs. And then exhale, lowering down. Inhale to all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, just giving those hips a nice big wiggle, a little sway side to side, maybe some circles. And then starting to find some stillness. We're going to step the right foot back behind us, landing it on the ball. And I want you to start to slide it all the way over towards the left-hand side and gaze back to your foot. And then we're going to slide it all the way around to the right-hand side. Again, gazing to the right, looking at your foot. Good. Once more, swinging it all the way around to the left, gazing back to your foot. And then all the way around to the right, gazing to the foot. Good. This time we're going to swing it all the way around to the left and hold it there so you can bring it onto its toes. You're going to bend into your knees and send the hips back here. Just in a pigeon variation, so it should feel like a really good stretch, probably into that outer left hip. Good. Bring yourself back up to center. We're going to slide that right leg back behind us. And then we're going to press into the right heel and start to lift it into the air. So keep those hips nice and square. Draw navel to spine. And then if you want the extra challenge, maybe you take those left fingertips forwards, or maybe you start to lift that left arm up into the air in front of you. Holding it in that bird dog for 3, 2, 1. Lower your hand and your knee back down to your mat and give those hips another little wiggle from side to side. Okay, when you're ready, finding that stillness, let's move on to the other side. So stepping your left toes back behind you. We're going to swing it around to the right hand side, gazing back to your foot. All the way around to the left hand side. Gaze to the foot. Once more, swing it all the way around to the right. And all the way around to the left. Should feel really nice into the side body, this. And then all the way around towards the right hand side. This time we're going to land it on our toes. Bending into the knee and sending the hips back. Holding it there. Breathing for 2. 1. Good. Bring yourself back up to all fours. Slide that left leg back behind you. Pressing into the heel, we're going to lift the left leg into the air. Draw navel to spine, maybe right fingertips forwards or right arm up in front of you. Holding it there for 3, for 2, for 1. Lower your hand and your knee back down to your mat. Give those hips another big wiggle. And then tucking the toes and coming to downward facing dog. So sending those hips up and back, pressing through the hands. Take a little pedal with the legs here. Seeing how much length you can find in your spine. And then when you're ready, finding some stillness, taking a full breath in your downward facing dog. Then you're going to walk your hands back to your feet, dangling over your legs. Maybe the hands to the elbows, or relax the arms heavy, soften your head. You can have that soft bend in the knees here if you want, if you're feeling a bit tight in the backs of the legs today. As you inhale, roll yourself to standing, coming up through the spine, little by little. And then inhale, we're going to swoop the arms nice and tall. Wrap your right fingers around your left wrist. As you reach up even taller, soft bend into the knees. And you're going to bend to the right hand side. Relaxing your forehead, hold it there. Coming back to center, lengthen the legs, we'll swap sides. Bending into the knees, bending to the left. Find that space in the right hand side of your body. Coming back to center, take an inhale, stretching up nice and tall. Exhale, folding over your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. Really reach forwards with that crown. Find length in the spine, shoulders back. And then exhale, walk out to downward facing dog. Shuffling the feet together. Inhale, sweep your right leg nice and high. As you exhale, we're going to step or walk right foot between hands, back knee lowers down. Here's where you might want a block. You can place it to the outside of your right hip, rising yourself up, keeping yourself in that nice wide stance. As you inhale, reaching that left arm nice and tall. So if you've got a block, you can bring that right fingertips down to the block. Or if you haven't, don't worry, you can just rest it to your thigh. We're stretching those left fingertips overhead here. Should give you a really nice big stretch. All into that left hand side of your body, probably going down through your quad as well. Good. As you inhale, coming back up to center, placing the block to the side and just making your way back to an all fours tabletop position. And then stepping it back to a high plank. So hands underneath the shoulders, stepping those feet back, heels in line with the balls. Holding it there, squeeze the inner thighs and the outer hips in for 3, for 2, for 1. Send the hips up and back, pressing through the hands. Nice big breath. Feet come together. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, step left foot between hands, back knee lowers down, sliding that block to the outside of the left hip, or maybe the left hand comes to the thigh. As you inhale, reaching that right arm overhead. Breathing there, softening your jaw, softening your face. Well done. As you inhale, come back up to center. Hands come down to the mat, placing your props to the side. Make your way to child's pose, sending the hips heavy back to the heels. Forehead comes down. And just taking a brief breath here. Good. Inhale, lifting your head, coming back up to all fours, and exhale to downward facing dog. Sending those hips all the way up and back. And then shuffling your feet together. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Back foot faces to the long side, coming up to your warrior 2. Bending into that front knee, broadening your collarbones, taking a nice full breath. And then inhale, reverse your warrior, fingertips down the back thigh, right arm reaches over. And then you're going to bring your right forearm to your thigh, left arm stretches over, extend your side angle. And then inhale back to reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Good. Holding it there, option to stay here, or option to challenge yourself a bit more. You can lift up through your upper body and then stretch that right arm out too. Really challenging that midline and the side of the body. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, we're going to pivot the back foot onto its ball. Left hand comes down to the mat, squaring the hips off as we windmill right arm to the ceiling. Good. If this is a bit much, just dropping that back knee down to the mat. Squeeze those inner thighs. Exhale, right hand comes down, framing your foot. Stepping back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, step left foot between the hands, rising up, warrior two. Gazing to that front middle finger, holding it there. On your next inhale, you can reverse your warrior. Left fingertips stretch over. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm stretches over. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Good. This time again, you can either stay here or option to start to lift up through the upper body so you can stretch that left arm out too. Keep bending into that front knee. Inhale. Exhale, windmill. Right hand comes down to the mat. Square the hips off. Left arm towards the ceiling. Squeezing those inner thighs. A nice big twist. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down and step back to downward facing dog. Gorgeous, well done. Taking a nice full breath here. Inhale, step or walk your feet to the top of your mat. Dangling over your legs, and then you're going to just pop a nice big bend into the knees. Swooping those arms forwards, coming into your chair pose. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to lengthen the legs and swoop the arms back behind us, folding over the legs. Inhale to chair. Exhale, fold and swoop. Inhale to chair. Exhale, fold, swoop. Inhale to chair. Exhale, fold and swoop. Good. This time, inhale to chair. As you exhale, make your way all the way down to seated on your mat. You can use those hands to help you if you wish. And then making your way all the way down to lying on your mat. Once you're there, soles of the feet to the mat, knees in line with ankles as best as you can. Relax the arms by the sides. We're coming into our bridge. So press down through your foundations, lifting up through the hips. Maybe shuffling those shoulders under to take an interlace with the hands. Big breath in. Squeezing the glutes. And as you exhale, we're going to softly, slowly, gently lower all the way down to the mat. Lengthening your legs out nice and long. We're just going to do our last little bit of connection. So you can rest your hands to your belly if you want, or down by your sides. I just want you to take a moment to observe the natural curves in your body. And just take a moment to notice where is connecting with your mat at the moment and where isn't. So maybe that lower back is up off the mat. Then I want you to start by taking a nice big inhale in. As you exhale, think about pressing the lower mat down into the back, knitting the ribs in and down, and have that feeling, that sensation that your hips are coming in towards one another, squeezing the glutes. And release. Good, and again, inhale in. Exhale, press the lower mat down. Engage the glutes. Good, nice deep core connection. Release. Inhale. Exhale, press lower mat down. Release. Good, 2 more at your own pace. Keep on pressing that lower mat down as you exhale, knitting those hips in, squeezing the glutes. And last one. And release. Well done. Give those knees a nice big squeeze in towards your chest, taking a little rock from side to side. And then lower the soles of the feet back down to the mat, just keeping them nice and wide, just so you can do some windscreen wipers, dropping the knees to one side and then to the other side. Good, coming back up to center as you roll yourself to the side of your body, making your way back up to seated. Resting the hands to the thighs, finding that nice tall seated position, softening the shoulders down your back. Taking a nice full breath in and out. Thank you so much for joining me again today.